Okie coke, so here we are at last with the Matchless, and I'm just starting to actually get the gearbox back in the bike, which has been a palaver to say the least, because of trying to fit the engine plates, which look very simple. It's just a plate, but there's two plates. And for a start, they're very slightly different. This plate has a little semicircle cut out of it here, which the other one doesn't. And I only noticed when I came to put them back in. See, there's no semicircle there. There's a notch, but on the other one, there's a semicircle just there. And it was only when I came to put them back on that I noticed that they're different. Apart from that, the plates are identical. So first thing I had to do was try and work out what the notch was for, and so which plate went which side, because apart from that they're identical, they fit either side. I've eventually worked out that notch, when we get it on, it leaves a little gap so that the clutch cable can go in like down the side of the plate, which I think is what it's for. So got all that sorted. Then we got all the malarkey to fit the dynamo, which has got spacers and an extra plate in the middle and so on, and just trying to work out the spacers and where everything went was a problem. And then there's spacers either side of the actual engine, the crankcase, one wide, one narrow, and that's on all the crankcase studs. And so then I had to work out, I know it sounds obvious, but the wide one went on this side or on that side. I can work it, there's all things like that I had to work out. And then I had a problem with the actual dynamo strap. I couldn't get it to work properly. This is the old bolt that tightens the strap, which in turn tightens onto the dynamo and holds it tight. So this bolt here, and it was only, I couldn't get it out of the way of the gearbox. And then I realised I had a new one made, and the one he made it all nice, but he didn't thread it long enough. I'm going to put a photo on now. So you should be able to see the original and the new tightening nut, and you'll see that he didn't thread it long enough. So that's why it wouldn't work. Got mainly all stainless steel, new stainless steel bolts, engine bolts, etc. to go in, so they're all in. And then what I've done is I've managed to loosely fit the gearbox, because you have to put one engine plate in and then the other. So I'm just about to try and fit the second engine plate, and so I've jacked up the gearbox to kind of hold it level and in roughly the right place. However, I do have a major concern. Well, not major concern, but there's about one thing that's different on this gearbox, and that's this plate here, which is used for filling the gearbox full of grease and oil. But because of that, it's got these two nuts here, and I'm rather worried that they're going to be right in the way of the tensioning system for the gearbox, because the tensioning system for the gearbox bolts to this bolt here and goes across right past that nut there. So I'll have a look, but that's it's always one little thing, because of course this isn't quite exactly the right gearbox for the bike, being slightly earlier. Anyway, we'll see. So I'm just going to try. It's just as well I've not been doing all that. It's taken me ages to mess about and work out where all the bolts went and so on. But slowly done it. One other thing was, I worked out where these, like I said, this notch on the plate, I worked out that it went, what it was for, where it went. Great, got it all sorted. Put the plate on that side, and one thing or another, got everything ready, and then realised, as sometimes you do, even though I knew it was like which way, I'd actually put the plate on this side. And then suddenly I looked at it, I thought, no, no, the plate goes on the other side. So I had to take everything off again, because even, my brain wasn't working, and I thought, oh yeah, notch for the clutch. notch for the clutch goes here. No, notch for the clutch on the other side. So I actually fitted the plate there thinking, oh yeah, that's where the clutch goes. No, clutch goes the other side. I was thinking of the sprocket and I got all mixed up. And there's things like that. Anyway, I'm not going to put it on camera because it's going to be a lot of fiddling, but I'm going to see if I can fit the engine plate. And of course, there's all the bolts that go across. You have to sort of hold the engine up because, you know, all the bolts aren't in yet, and it's all difficult. But anyway, I'll see if I can get that plate on and see if there's a way of getting. I might have to get rid of these dome nuts. I'm not sure. See if there's a way of getting the gearbox tensioning system to work past this plate here. It's annoying. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Wow, right, okay. So there we are. The gearbox is now reunited with the engine. Yeah, there was no real point in me videoing that because it was just a video of me jostling and fiddling and trying to, you know, there's so many bolts to line up and they won't line up. Luckily, I have the bench jack. That was a big help. Got it under the gearbox and the engine plate so I could move them up and down and try and, you know, get all the various bolts to align, which of course they wouldn't. But, you know, eventually, and I mean eventually, we got it in. Indeed, this plate on top, which is from an earlier gearbox, was indeed a problem because to begin with, I couldn't get the engine plate on. You know, if you look, these stick up and the engine plate like goes behind them. So I had to take the whole plate off, lower the whole gearbox, take it almost back off again to get the engine plate on over the top of these studs. And then of course there's no way, I had dome nuts there's no way that they'd fit. But luckily they do fit with ordinary nuts on. But then I couldn't get the I couldn't get the engine plates on without taking the little clutch adjuster off. I couldn't take the clutch adjuster off without taking this inspection plate off. You know, so I had to take all the, you know, it's one of those. I put it all in, went to put the nut. I couldn't put the nut, but I couldn't just simply get this adjuster back on because it fouled, even with this nut off, it fouls with the actual plate. So I had to take the whole thing back. You know, it's one of those. But I think we're all in. We're pretty good. We've got the stainless steel, not stainless steel, but satin chromed plates. I think they look good. The engine plates. Obviously, time will tell when the whole thing's put back together. But you know, everything is roughly in situ. I really hope to God the gearbox works because that was such a faff. I don't want to go through it all again. But anyway, yeah, the gearbox is kind of in, and just carry on. Carry on from there. I've got to put the oil pipes back on, and then the primary chain case. I might do the primary chain case next, and we'll slowly get it back together, and then, in touch wood, everything's okay. We'll find out. We'll find out in due course. But phase one. Complete gearbox is actually back in the bike. You know, I keep thinking that all this work is just because I adjusted the dynamo chain. The dynamo moved out slightly. The dynamo chain clashed with the primary chain. They snapped, wrapped themselves around the gearbox sprocket and fractured the gearbox. You know, all of this because I was just trying to adjust the dynamo chain. I don't know. That's one of those, isn't it? But anyway, looking good, and another couple of steps forward. So we'll keep going.